什么好调的啊。证据2个字是简体字，还有行动。哦，有挂锁哦。按照时间顺序标记场景，可以得出新的证据。电话亭是快速旅行点。啊，还有潜水啊，这么刺激！出现了幻觉，整座城市都出现幻觉了。有。镜头转向倒数要快，还是慢？ 拿。发现真相。
I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
这还要看一下标记才能。技能设置陷阱，技术加快。食人鱼类。哎呦，生产弹药。感觉不错。提升获得的经验值。先把经验值上升提高。加10%，加15%。这是什么意思？哎呦，8万是看。所以墙上标的这到底啥小？我不能按。
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
可以射他吗？干，靠背，浪费弹药。
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
哎
get out! Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Emo.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already fettered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, How can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
哦，这么厉害。
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
好大哦，这地图好大。这是啥小？
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
这它的碰撞真的做起来很奇怪。看，这是被怪物咬的哦，差小。
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is
好像
final.
信心哦。
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. These fishermen supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
渔夫的城镇。
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
并不是每个人都可以讲话。缺少关键证据，找证据了。他的开门都能碰的，这张不知道可不可以开。 手电筒视野太小了吧？墙壁是啥小？看起来就是精神状况出问题了。
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.怎么用啊？靠腰怎么用？ I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
干，精神异常。
Choo-choo.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
靠，这真笑欸！思维电厂到底是啥小啊？
Head. I still hear those voices.
现在了，现在嘞。
So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
所以还没触发。所有卡关了，大小。哎，对啊，我这边还没进来。
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
好像没有地方嘞。对啊，好像没了。没有东西。
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Eh, 到底少了什么？哎
Shoot you. Ahem.
看这个东西到底怎么开启啊？靠！
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
所以还有船，去找船看看。危险。船要怎么去这里水？我觉得。到处都有章鱼尸体啊！
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
都封锁港口了，船到底在哪？这坨不知道什么东西。我有东西，颜色很像。
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh. Yeah. Hey.
是想喝酒吧？
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
看起来地板有东西啊。
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want? Bye.
Come close.
Here's some kind.
Yes, my dear. Yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Seems a little generic, don't you think?
I see many things, boy. And I will...
All right, how much?
Your money has no value here, and I'll make it easier for you.
Some other time.
As you... Splendid.
Some other time.
As you would.
感觉是一个事件耶。哎呀呀呀！啊，后面港口又过不去，所以怎么去看那里嘞？ 这边都没有路可以走。诶，是这里哦，靠，也差太多了吧
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Something with this helmet gives me chills. Something with this... Something with this helmet gives me chills.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
我觉得是操作有问题啊！靠，每次都按不出来思维殿堂。R2是奔跑，靠北。靠腰思维之眼是按下哦。
Something... Something...
思维之眼会消耗精神状况。 诶，这弹药可以一直无限拿，这么北蓝。有个特殊符号。哦，这特殊符号的意思是可以拿东西。尸体没东西。
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulena, Hafton. 觉得没用啊，靠背。
Take this, ape face.
所以有人来开枪了吗
Yeah, run!
这边有一个靠北在那里。
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
应该是先发生这个吧。
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
真可。
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
非常的乱，这边可以开箱。
There's something in the pocket.
哎呦，这是暗杀他吗？靠，楼上没有门。
And the blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
偷了瞄了，这是啥小？看没子弹了。靠！一个弹夹子做一颗。
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
又要精神异常，超靠北。
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
救生艇，看一下这里。
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
跑步也太鸟了吧！又可以来开箱了。总觉得被买过东西了。
What the? Get them! Oh.
这是死球鬼。
The door won't budge. I'd like you to tell me.
Splendid.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
Embrace your fate. Embrace your fate.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
You want a drink?
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
冲冲冲！
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately, not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
选择证据。技能。
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
科维塞德北部。干，这么远哦，靠北。阿尔伯特就是艾伯特，靠北，翻译翻错了吧
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say.
哦，支线。哎呦，看，爽哎！这是 报仇。
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
镇定剂吗？帅。靠背。干，被监视了。他说在对面。
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
干，他们的邪教。诅咒之书。外科医生的住所。别的东西，墙上。
The door won't. But
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister. You wanna stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish. I'm watching you, newcomer.
没有标示，应该是没什么，只是一些恐怖传言而已。 干，那散播传染病。先去报社。好像没什么东西可以捡。
What's your problem?
疯狂庆祝。
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers. The archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland. Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
I'm a private eye in Boston. The situation in the port was a good use of my skills.
Well, Detective Reed, I think you'll find our city has a lot of secrets, but people may not like you poking your nose in. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
I've been investigating disappearances all around Massachusetts. The missing people all seem to have ended up here for some reason.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well, they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that most of them aren't thinking straight, to put it mildly. I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Stay safe.
今天报社怎么没什么人了？冷清。干，他是同性恋哦，靠！钓具吗？干会靠背。像没东西了，报社还真冷清。下雨天为什么大家都不撑伞？傻小。这是怎么回事？没有，我以为会特别东西耶。
Please, help me out.
觉得公园很有神秘的东西。
Help me out. Don't do that again.
没有，怎么？
Please, help me out.
时光地图的快速旅行点。
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton, Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
Do you and I have a problem, officer?
No. Aside from making everyone in the Oakmont Police Department look like idiots, let me be frank, newcomer. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Okay. Well, can I use the police archive in the meantime?
You can. but only because of Mr. Throgmorton's patronage. And heed me well, you're on mighty thin ice, and I'll be under it when it breaks. Don't waste my time, newcomer.
哦，这都有搜寻资料库的感觉。这是啥桥？
Damn newcomers!
啊，还会没东西哦，干！还说材料满了。看那个字好碍眼哦，我靠！看感染地区，大小代表会有野怪的意思吗？会出现精神病患。这边有传送点。
patient or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess.
Visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
The usual. Nothing to write home about.
Ah, a chronic headache sufferer. Fascinating. By coincidence, I was studying Helminth and their role in illness before the flood. Did you know that all of us are infected by Helminth? Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
That's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
May I suggest you become a subject in my experimental medical program?
Experimental medicine. Well, I guess it can't be any worse than the asylum in Boston. Count me in.
I'm delighted to hear that, Mr.
Reed. Charles Reed.
Mr. Reed, take these pills with some water. They're a potent measure against parasites. Contact me when you feel improvement.
精神状况更差了，出现幻觉啦。这个棺材啊，干这么坏！棺材里面竟然有火药。这旁边是，感觉怪怪的。哦，进去。
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
想去吃水蛭啊！有。这边为什么要挖一个洞啊？转。 敲一敲。
Scratch me. Please, please, just here. This itching is driving me insane.
那是跳蚤吧？干！感觉这里有东西耶。橄榄地区，先查一下主线好了。亚瑟，科维塞北部，亚瑟大街。亚瑟大街跟什么？哪里啊？休伯特大街。哪来的休伯特？没有休伯特啊，靠背啊！哎，所以要怎么快速移动？靠！哦，哎靠！开始出现异常了。干垃圾桶，真有弹药。 干！靠！所以感染地区是会让你精神异常的地方。哪里啊？应该会是某个支线吧。所以这间到底拿来干嘛的啊？靠北啊，卡点了。这也太瞎了。哎，干扣血，靠北啊！干，水中有毒哦。这个怎么用啊？靠背啊，怎么使用医疗包？ 使用道具。哦，还要按 L2 才能使用，这太瞎了。我要到哪边去？干，大小。都没有教怎么快速旅行之类的。
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.在这边，所以我在往南走。干，为什么不能快速移动啊？干，这是啥小？伯特大街的右边。是这里啊？我是说交界处吗？哎，是这。
Guess I don't need the key. a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition. Someone smashed it beyond repair.
小鸟。
Can't say I ever saw another show like it.
这游戏为什么屋内都会破大洞啊？真是傻小。干，靠北，这么准。他这边看什么？ 这地下室要干嘛？哎，这里烧毁的物清单。 哎，技能不是有一个什么？这个吧。没东西了吗？那怎么看起来好像还有东西的感觉？
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
楼上没东西。
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon。
这么厉害，还念法术。
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
所以在年报上一定有相关的资讯。报社。走。没看。诶，他说什么事情？格里姆海湾货船。采访报道啊，没有。 所以跟时间没关。当剪吧。鸣人也不是，都没有。海湾一定是对的。标题吗？我觉得我们少了什么条件欸？消失的探险队。鸣人，不对啊。都不是啊。红猜后应该是对的。好，所以差小。干广告。3号码头。 干，那吃人肉哦。
Quit staring, newcomer. Get the truck out of here.
哪里？教堂。哦，所以要电话亭才能快速移动，靠北，也太瞎了吧！冲啊！3号码头。是在狗叫。
Thank K. At last. Hey, help! Help!
What's going on?
Sea creatures swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know. The mayor's cursed these days.
转头左右横移，他妈的！
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder. Shot dead. Point blank.
干，那火药真的很难掉
The monsters sure didn't leave behind much. gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
哦，看，精神异常。
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
都觉得很少有什么线索哎，靠呀，这边有一个。
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
好，自相残杀。
You can't take me! Eat this!
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
To the mayor with you! You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
又是坦克。哎呦，直接拿到子弹。转啊！我要。
I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
He got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
This Sanders. What kind of man is he?
Newcomer. He seemed like a decent guy. Okay, Captain. Treated his crew well.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
寻找医疗措施，学生应该去医院吧？可输入。对我下毒了。
It looks like hard work in these conditions. You need a hand?
Well, yes, actually. But it may result in close contact with the wiles. Is that going to be a problem?
I'm prepared to face men and beasts alike. Count me in.
Ah, I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken it upon myself to study the wild beasts, but need more data to confirm two of my hypotheses. One concerns the multi-handed creatures, and the other, the vomiting humanoids.
What have you found out about the multi-handed beasts?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares before the flood. I can't visit him, but he must know something. Here's his address.
Those hideous wretches seem almost human. But what could turn one into such a monstrosity?
Jim Bells, a patient of mine, was admitted to hospital with symptoms resembling cholera, but he turned into one of those things. Incredible. Here's the address. Find out what happened.
What the hell did you give me, Doc?
Is something wrong? You seem perfectly healthy to me.
Your medicine blinded me, and then it gave me these visions. Worse than a blow to the head. What are you trying to pull?
Intriguing. These side effects are a new development. I'll have to run some more tests. Let me know if anything else happens, won't you?
I'm looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients like that, sir.
Okay, this might ring a bell. My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork. But you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means that much to you.
Bye.
要去查档案了。 治疗室没有。手术室哦，不是治疗室哦。约瑟夫·韦恩。
What happened to you, mister?
Pete, explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Fishing with dynamite, huh? You sure it wasn't from a fight in port? Maybe on a ship?
I'm sure. Oh, please, leave.
Bye. Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders? Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre. Spill.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, diving did a number on your crew. What happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. And many good men lost their lives.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
There are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. They'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
What were you looking for underwater?
the cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open, and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived? Is he here?
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day on that ship, it was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters, mark my words.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No. You can't follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
I don't care. I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Do you know where I can get a good diving suit?
My men got theirs from a local factory. If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
Where's the logbook from the Titania?
Well, I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
Get better soon.
生态研究。避风港中部。避风港中部在哪里啊？然后嘞，在哪里？北极星大街南部的温德海姆大街上。 下南部。仁慈子朝大街。直线也太远了一点吧。
I warned you.
Scratch me. Please, please. Just here. This itching is driving me.
还有关键证据。
Insane.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eating leeches ever again, no sir.
Let me rest.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
靠，还有证据没找到啊，在哪里？
I warned you.
算了，没找到证据就算了。走。
Fresh fish, just caught.
干，坦克快没了，还有一些高级子弹，噔噔。都没有东西可以捡哦。
This wouldn't even hold air for a minute.
Those 都是弹壳。
I'm not trusting my life to a rusty suit.
哎呦，好多手枪子弹啊！ 照相机。这是什么？砖块。
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
I warned you.
手术室附近，果然还少一些东西。手术室在哪？靠背。这里的地下室。
Take the patient's things and throw them in storage.
恶魔之牙。叽。你在干嘛？干嘛？走着。没有得用是指。开 WiFi 再接 LINE 就会怪怪的。那就是 LINE 坏掉啦。我觉得有可能是他那个 LINE 本身就有问题了，因为自从他那个 Android 改版以后，那个 LINE 都很怪。像有时候那个 LINE， 它会突然就是没有讯，就是你收不到任何讯息，包括人家打电话。就沉默之都是个解谜游戏。就重抓。哦，看怎么会到地底下？
The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them.
This
stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue?
不过你开 WiFi， 我打LINE就会出问题。通常是打电话才会发生问题啊，好奇怪啊！真的太诡异了。他就在那绑账号啊，我看下面好像很多怪，好像很多小怪怪哦。靠北啊，出现幻觉了。 是什么？哦，干！也有火山喷泉是大小。干！出现精神异状了，他妈的！哎，找不到。又出现精神异状，你干靠背！差小，这也太鸡歪了吧！出来打我2下就不见了，是怎样？找的克苏鲁文化，克苏鲁那个吧，传说。
The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
哎，怎么有个发疯的人在这里？
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid. Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us.
爽。
Gods who have marked me as
The suits are all cut up.
不用啊，你买要干嘛
？Ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
不是啊，你旧手机你买要做什么啊？对啊，除非你把它当做行动 WiFi 来用啊。
Sancta Mare, be our eyes, eyes to see the distant stars.
Hark, he comes! The sacred full-bellied bearer of splendor. Take me, make me, I beg you.
Bearer of what? Who are you talking to? What happened?
Our eyes. First, second, third.
我之前也想过啦，后来发现这样子有点不太实际，因为这样你出门都要带2只手机。就是如果你分2个门号的话。
Nonsense. But it is meaning that is meaningless. Open yourself. Walk. Listen. Pray. Wake, you holy worm. Take his skin and skull for your home.
哦，懂你意思。
Take my worship and
可
grant
是
your
你
kindness.
既然这样，你不就要办2个门号吗？哦。
You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
看起来好像外星科技哦，炫哦。
Sancta Mare, be our eyes, eyes to see the distant stars.
A perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
泰拳队的人都发疯了。诶，它出现照相机是要我拍照的意思吗？试试看。
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
哦靠，还要拍照，傻小。嗯？
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away!
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
没错了，所以应该是这一。
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
Okay. What? It's...
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
The expedition found an artifact that drove them mad. Then, the Innsmouthers stole it and the professor in one go.
对啊。啊？干什么？网络嘻嘻。干完啊？干，有2个选择了。对，没错。是啊。我在解谜中，沉默之都啊。周末都有那个吧，聚会什么之类的吧。结婚了就会这样是吧？看，主角要睡着了，叽歪。会，不用啊，你看有没有 SIM 卡就知道了。那就没差不是吗？就贴个标签。看，主角的手长出触手了。出手戏。科科。 法携带更多。哦，所以最高是9个哦，这么有趣。我先点个材料吧，材料技能，这样就可以拿了吧？干，不能，大小。转。
The door won't budge.
转啊！转。有差。你可以买 vivo 啊，虽然也是同 OPPO 的，就是它有2个系列吧，一个是主张配备的，然后一个是那个。
I'm watching you, newcomer.
然后一个是 VIVO 吧。哦。哼哼。喂。嗯？要啊，等我一下，我要交任务就结束了。不是就只有几个要装而已吗？没错。我姐姐啊，艾伯西 OK 了。现在没有差，你只要不要弄到干都可以啊，都可以直接冲啊。是电池容易坏的原因，就是因为它那个啊，它过充或过放啊。不要过热就好。可是通常现在都有那个啊，防止过热的那个啊。就是过热的时候它不会冲，它有个温度控制。 对啊，没有，它现在有个晶片组，那个就买得到了。我之前做那个机械，我都有买到啊，一个晶片条才4块钱而已。那个晶片条有稳压跟那个什么，稳压跟不过充的功能。对，才4块，而且一买你就要买1组，20个。它的那个很鸟的地方是它的那个晶片啊，它是一条一条的嘛，然后连在锂电池两端，然后你连的时候，它那个一组过来就是一张很像纸的。
I've got news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are alive. They're on the seabed in the sunken ruins, some sort of ancient temple. They have enough air, but we need to hurry.
What happened? Why didn't the sailors help them?
这就不知道了。
The crew of the Titanium mutinied against Sanders. The only man who escaped was your son. They put him on a lifeboat.
The mutineers will face justice. Throwing Albert to the whims of the sea, he will be avenged.
I'm afraid that's not all. The Innsmouthers took the expedition's discoveries and kidnapped the professor.
What? Those degenerates. How did that happen?
我想一下，我觉得我是不是选错了？
The Innsmouthers were there to kidnap Professor Doe. They ambushed the expedition, captured her, and took the artifact she found. They called it the Seal.
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
Seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment, and they made off with Professor Doe and the artifact.
Jock! The Innsmouthers. Do you have proof they were involved?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet, and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
I'm looking into the madness, not politics and power games.
And your best source of information is currently in the slimy hands of those Innsmouthers. Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins, and now they have her. She knows something crucial.
这游戏你发现到一个结局了嘛？然后你可以决定你要怎么讲这个结局。
I can be delicate when it matters, so shoot.
I have a colleague, you might say. His name is Herbert Glover. Like myself, he is a collector of fine art.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throgmorton, not a burglar.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of great importance, shall we say. One at which he failed to appear. I want you to find out why.
That sounds simple enough. Okay, I'll do it.
Very good, Mr. Reed. There is one final detail. This case must remain secret, and you must not reveal to anyone for whom you are working.
Discretion is my watchword.
Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and an advance for your investigation. You'll find it's fair.
Have a good day.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
干，怎么觉得事情越来越多？他妈的！